We're obviously very excited because this is our first official episode.
Yeah.
It's a new year.
Yeah.
It's a new series.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about, quite appropriately, goals. Marketing goals.
Yeah.
Business goals. Personal goals.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, we're glad you could join us, and hopefully you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, it's probably a good time to talk about why we're doing a series, because that's very much tied into our marketing goals, isn't it?
Yeah, I would 100% agree with you.
Yeah. Well, Nicole, do you want to take it from here and say like what our goal is with this series?
So I think let's start from the beginning. The whole reason why we wanted to create this kind of series for everyone was that we know what it's like to start from the beginning and
have like no experience marketing a business on your own.
Yeah. And feel like you're a fish out of water and you are just trying to figure out your way and your path while also creating and surviving in life, just like financially.
Yeah, and marketing has completely changed in the last, like, since 2020. I know this is like becoming a bit of a cliche, but it has. In-person marketing events, dropping your business card off, that doesn't happen now.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's starting to again, but really, we're both online business owners, and we had to build a client base without being able to go out and talk to people.
Yeah.
In fact, Nicole and I, this is the first time we've actually been physically within touching distance of each other, because we've had our whole business relationship
Through Zoom.
Yeah. And same with our clients, right?
Yeah.
We have clients all over the world.
Yeah.
And we've had to meet them all online.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that was one of the reasons we wanted to kind of share that, because it was, I don't know about you, but I wish there was like a how-to when I started out.
Well, not even just a how-to, but feel like you have a space where you can find information that's like helpful. You know, you're not like searching Google or you're scraping by to find something. It's like you are connecting with someone who knows where you're at and can help you and guide you through that. Exactly.
And a little bit less of the jargon, because I'm so in the industry, the realm of marketing online now, that I forget, but I had no idea what a sales funnel was or a lead magnet. Yeah. You know, I didn't know what that organic marketing, nurture sequence. I mean, what does that all mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what our goal is to share this information with as many other business owners who found themselves trying to market themselves and navigate this world of online marketing, and the free online marketing. When I say free, I mean not paid advertising. Social media marketing, email marketing, blog writing, networking events, YouTubes and podcasts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, LinkedIn.
Yeah, LinkedIn. Exactly. So I think that's the starting point, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, it's important to know why this all came about, but it's the beginning of like creating your whole strategic plan and working towards something that's going to help your business grow, help you and your business grow.
Exactly. And so before you start, it's very, especially when you are looking to grow your client base, it's very tempting to just jump into marketing and marketing for the sake of marketing. But that can result in a lot of wasted energy. Not that marketing is a waste of energy, but you might be putting your energy, spreading yourself too thin, or putting too much energy into one thing that isn't necessarily serving you.
Yeah.
So I think the first step is to know, what do you want for your business? And then how will you get that with your marketing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We always, when we start talking to a client who wants to do a launch or something, we always ask, well, what are your goals? Yeah. What are your goals?
Yeah.
What is going to be your key performance indicators. Like, how do you know that this has been a success?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say, like, I want to grow my following, right? Like, I want more followers. I want a bigger audience. But what does that mean for your business?
Yeah. What is a higher follower count going to do for your business? Like, why is that the level that you're reaching for?
Exactly. Do you want a bigger, do you want to grow your audience because you want more clients, because you want to sell more products, because you want to reach more people with your message? Like, what is the reason?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we could grow your audience. It's easy to grow an audience.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Like, but growing an audience that's going to buy from you, it's a totally different kettle of fish.
I feel like growing your audience is like this strategy towards the goal, you know?
Exactly. It's a means to an end, but it's not the end.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
And I think a lot of times when, I know for me and even for you, when we talk to people about what is their goal and they want higher follower count, that's not really like where they want to be.
That's not what they really want.
Yeah.
If you're selling a course, you probably have an idea of how many spots you want to fill.
Yeah.
Maybe to break even or to make a profit or whatever, but you have an idea. That's the goal. If we can get, like, if you have 10 spots to fill in a course and we get those 10 spots filled, it doesn't matter how big your followers are.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it just grew by 10 people.
Yeah.
Because we got your spots filled. That's what's important.
Yeah.
And I'm always saying this, but 10 people who want to buy from you are better than 10,000 people who
follow you,
are kind of lukewarm to you.
Yeah.
You know, like, not even lukewarm. They're like, meh.
They're kind of like the creepers in the background that like want to see what you're up to, but they're not really interested in you.
Exactly. I mean, it's great to have cheerleaders as well, right? It's great to have people saying, oh, I love what you're doing. But cheerleaders don't pay the bills.
Exactly.
They're not gonna buy your services necessarily. So
yeah, well, they're not gonna drink your Kool-Aid, and that's the most important thing. So
exactly. So before you do anything with your marketing, know what your business goals are. Identify what you want. And we're not big believers in, you want 10K months and 6 or 7 figures. I mean, if that's what you can achieve, amazing. But what do you want out of your business, right? Nicole and I, we wanted to share our knowledge with more people in a way that was, like, we work with so many people one-on-one, and we've seen this come up, right? Like, that's how we started this. We were just talking about
the struggles that we had.
Yeah, the struggles we had, and how often our clients have the same struggles.
Yeah.
And that's what inspired us to start this. And we've started a membership where we can do more in depth into the topics, because you can't get everything you need to know from a 20 or 30 minute YouTube episode or a podcast episode.
No, you need you need to know how to apply those tools and how to use them, and not just like how to use them or why they're important, but you know, how are you going to put that into your practice? Exactly.
There's no cookie cutter solution. Do this and you will get this. It doesn't work that way.
No.
It really doesn't. I mean, just even like where you market depends on where your audience is.
Yeah.
Right? Different people use different social media platforms. Some hate social media platforms, and you're only going to reach them if you turn up to virtual networking events or live networking events, if that's an option.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, where do you find your people?
Yeah.
And that's going to affect your strategy, because every platform has its own strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
well, and we're also noticing that now we're moving into an era where you don't even necessarily have to go where your people are. People are now using platforms to their strengths. Like, they're choosing the platform that they know enhances their abilities, right? It's not about like, I have to go on Instagram because that's where everybody is. It's like,
exactly. There's so many options out there in terms of what kind of content you create. So you're right, that is something you need to factor in too. Just because Clubhouse was the hot new thing this time last year, doesn't mean it's necessarily the right platform. I mean, if you are someone who shines talking spur of the moment, having these like amazing spontaneous conversations, then Clubhouse is somewhere you should definitely be hanging out. But if speaking up and interjecting your expertise into a conversation like off the cuff is not your vibe, then you don't need to be on it just because everyone's on it. Because I mean, not everyone's on it now, are they?
Well, exactly.
Like, it's like TikTok, right?
Well, and like people are starting to feel like they're starting to know more about who they are and the type of brand they want to express.
Yes.
And you know, it's really tiring when you're trying to be something that maybe inside you're not. So
yes,
use a platform that, like, you know, enhances you. It doesn't take away from you.
Exactly. And that's another thing, is that authenticity gets tossed around a lot, but it is so important.
Totally.
And like truly being yourself in your marketing. Nicole and I are both moms, and so our kids show up at our meetings.
All the time.
All the time. And we don't try to pretend that is not our lives. Because that would be inauthentic. And I know it makes me feel more comfortable when I see fellow entrepreneurs have their kids show up.
Well, it's the idea of having kids and having your family and rising above. You know, they're not a hindrance. They make you stronger because you are a mom or a parent. You know,
exactly.
They're not taking away from you.
And I think that's another thing, is you don't have to look a certain way or act a certain way to show up online and market yourself. You don't have to be an actor or a skilled camera person. We're shooting this on Nicole's phone. And like, you can do it, and you don't have to be, no one's expecting you to be an expert at this.
Well, and no one's expecting you to invest like $10,000 into a whole bunch of new equipment. That you can do it with your basic stuff.
Exactly. So again, it's all about where that energy needs to go. What is your goal? So let's use the course example, because that's an easy one. So you're launching a course. You want to fill 10 spots. You've got maybe a few email subscribers or something, but then how are you going to fill those 10 spots? How are you going to reach them? Where are they? And then that's where the marketing comes in then. So once you know who you want, how many you want, you find out where they are, you find out the best way to reach them, and then it's just continually like testing how that's going, right? Like, are they coming in? Where are we losing them? What can we do to improve that? And I guess it's very frustrating, but there is no right or wrong answer.
No.
Really.
Well, and you're going to find that it's going to change all the time.
Yes.
And you might have a strategy that is working really well before, but you might have to look back at it and review it and change it.
And I think also, don't get caught up on metrics.
I
mean, we've had this experience with all the changes with Facebook and
Instagram.
Meta. I don't know why I did that. Meta, and Apple, and like the data. Because you can't go by engagement rates and the analytics that your phone gives you anymore. Because people are opting out of that. So you've got to look at the results you're seeing in your business.
Exactly.
Right. I know my marketing's working because I've got leads coming in all the time. So I'm doing something right, you know?
And at the beginning, it might not feel like what you're doing is working. And, you know, it doesn't mean you're failing.
No, I think that is such a key thing, is it's a long-term game. I know for me, from my experience, when I was a little baby business owner, you know, just brand new to my business, and I was worrying about getting enough clients to make rent, I would put all this effort into the marketing and I wouldn't get all the signups I wanted. But then 2 or 3 months down the line, I would have this flood of people coming in. And it's like, because it takes time for people for you to see it. So you can't expect to just sort of dive in head first today and see results.
I think that was my misconception when I started my business, was like, okay, we're open, doors are ready, where is everybody? And then it was like, no, you're working towards creating this business and people will come. It's not a failure if they're not there right away.
Exactly. It's not a failure if they're not there right away. People need time, especially when you're in a service industry.
Yeah.
They need time to get to know you, to
trust you,
like, know, and trust you.
Yeah.
Which we're laughing because that is like the catchphrase of
yeah.
marketing. But it's true. People want to get to know you.
Yeah.
See if they like you.
Yeah.
And see if they trust you, trust your advice, especially in this online world.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't get that person to like physical in person space where you can get your gut feeling in play. And yeah. So I think that's super important, is remembering that it's a long-term game.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk about this for hours, couldn't we?
I think so.
Yeah. But I think that's enough food for thought right now. Is before you do anything with your marketing, make sure you take a few moments and think about, what do you really want to get out of this? Imagine you're telling a 5-year-old, right? And they're going, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, and when you're doing your goal setting, do little snips. I remember I started, it was like, my first goal was 3 months. After 3 months, I wanted to sign 1 person or 2 people. And then I got there, and then it was like, okay, what's my next goal? And I gave myself these goals that I knew were achievable. You want to make sure that like you can get to them, and have plans in place that will support you through that.
Exactly. SMART goals.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone's heard of them. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and within a time frame.
Yeah.
So don't say, I want to make more money.
Yeah.
I want to make 5,000. I want to make 10,000. Whatever it is, I want to make this specific amount. Measurable. Okay, well, you can measure that by literally how much money is in your bank account.
Exactly.
Attainable. Is this a realistic goal within whatever time frame you're going to set?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to make 5K tomorrow? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it realistic?
Yeah.
And is it relevant to what your long-term goals are, even if you're not as specific about those yet?
Yeah.
Like, is making more money going to help your business in the long term?
Yeah.
Or is building more client relationships going to help it in the long term? Like, how is that relevant to your business and to what you want to get out of it?
Yeah.
Right? Like, if your goal is to work less but earn more, then you have to think more about, maybe your goal would be more like, I want to maintain my income, but I want to reduce my hours by this much.
Yeah.
And that's really important too.
Yeah, so your strategies will be created reflecting how to minimize your workload but still making more. Exactly.
And then within a time frame, right? So when do you want to achieve this? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year. But have that in there, because it's very easy to move the goalposts if you don't say where the goalposts are.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So smart goals for everything that you do. Marketing, business, life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And actually this month inside the membership, we've got quite an exciting, anyone who joins the membership, every month we're going to give away a free resource. We've got Canva templates, we've got scripts for optimizing your LinkedIn bio, and this month we actually have a goal setting guide. And it breaks down how to set a goal and then how to build accountability into it, which I find incredibly useful for myself. I've designed this, I've used this in real life for various projects in my own life, and And that's what's really exciting. That's what we're going to be doing this month.
Well, and it's a really great toolkit to actually go back. Like, I know for myself, I've gone back to my goals from years ago and looked at them and went, wow, I can't believe that was my goal. I totally forgot about it. And to see the progress between now and then.
Yeah. And like I'm a big fan of accountability buddies.
Yeah.
Nicole's my accountability buddy. And that's another thing that's kind of the advantage of the membership, because we're going to have a live call once a month where you can hop on and we're going to be there.
Yeah.
Live to answer your questions.
Content
plan, so you can batch your content, or you can pick our brain. We can help you check in if your goals are smart goals.
Yeah.
And help you kind of come up with a strategy for it.
Yeah.
And you get to use that hive mind, the collective, as well as our expertise.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. It's kind of like a content planning, co-working, coaching hybrid session.
Yeah.
Really
it's like
excited about
a really great opportunity to help navigate you through this whole process.
Yeah, and start off really strong.
Yeah.
With coming up with, like, setting those goals and then setting up a roadmap to getting there.
Yeah.
Because that is so important. It's like knowing those milestones, breaking it down.
Yeah.
From one big goal into lots of little steps.
Exactly, because that can be the biggest barrier for people, is like feeling overwhelmed by that big goal. So how do you break it down to make it work?
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know if you'll be able to hear those notifications, but I obviously forgot to turn off a notification on my computer. That's just solopreneur life.
Yeah.
And
it's like our children are wishing they were here right now so they could be sitting on our laps.
Exactly. And you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not going to ruin our episode.
No.
We're still going to do it because we're working women. We're busy.
Exactly.
We're running a business. So that's what happens. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
For our premiere episode.
We're really excited for you guys to join us in our upcoming tutorials and our membership.
Yeah, we're gonna have guest speakers in each month. This month we've got incredible Joyfully Cricket, who is a life intention setting coach. So she really helps you, like, tap into your why.
Yeah.
We just had recorded a guest episode with her, which we're excited to come out. But inside the membership, she's going to come and talk to our members live and really
answer some questions for people.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that.
I feel like she's like that kind of person that as soon as you're in her presence, you just feel inspired.
Yes, exactly. So that's really exciting. That's coming up soon.
Yeah.
And until then, thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.
We'll see you for the next episode.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.